Hi everyone, on this episode of A Jolly Good Natter over coffee and biscuits, halfway through the episode my mic cut out, but you can still hear me faintly in the background. Please still enjoy listening to Sam and Richard from the Big Brother house.
Rich. Now, listen, okay, glad to see you're all joining us. My name is Richard Story. I am joined as ever by my erstwhile friend and co-presenter who always remembers his name, and he's going to prove once again that he's remembered it this time.
Mark Cameron.
There you go. Yes. Now, we've got the YouTube recording happening over there, and we've got the live TikTok happening over here. You're welcome to send in your questions or in the text here, and also please watch the YouTube recording afterwards. And please subscribe to our channel, which is called A Jolly Good Natter over coffee and biscuits. And if you do that, we will love you forever. We will, won't we?
We certainly will.
We will. Now, you might think that having Mark and I here is enough. We do, don't we? But have we got a treat?
We certainly do.
We do. We have a treat for you today, because you will remember, those of you who were loyally putting up with seeing me in the Big Brother house for all those weeks will remember that one of my fellow housemates, who was the most extraordinary emerging singer with an incredible stage presence, is here with us as our special guest today. Please welcome the extraordinary and utterly indefatigable Sam Ashby.
I love that intro.
You're very kind.
That's amazing.
That's not bad for no preparation.
No, that was great, babe.
Well, now there will be questions coming in up here. Someone said I've got loads of questions, but they haven't put any yet. Anyway, while we're just waiting to see what the questions are going to be, perhaps we can just start by, since you are a special guest today, obviously in the Big Brother house, there were all kinds of things went on, lots of conversations, lots of tasks, and all kinds of things.
There's a lot happening.
Would you say there is one particular lasting memory from that whole experience that you're going to carry with you? When you think of your time in the Big Brother house, does one thing jump to the top of your mind?
The most standout moment for me that I'll never forget will be the fake eviction. Like, that was absolutely insane for me. And I think for everybody, because we had no idea it was happening. We thought it was real.
Yeah.
I was crying, hugging everyone, like, see you, bye, everyone, what we're going to do. And then I walk out, and it was just everyone's holding all these signs because they couldn't say anything. Yeah. Like, this is a fake eviction, we can't cheer. And I was like, what the hell is happening? That will forever play my mind, forever and ever and ever.
Well, funny you should mention that, because after that, as with any eviction, we all get called into the diary room afterwards, and he would always say, how's the atmosphere in the house after the eviction? Yeah. And I remember when I was called in to the diary room after what we then discovered was a fake eviction, but we didn't know it then. We thought you'd really gone. And I was asked, what's the atmosphere like? And I said, well, the atmosphere in the house is fine, but I've never known an eviction like that. Because usually when it's announced, there's like a cheer or a sigh or something, but it was absolutely silent.
It was dead silent.
And I've never known anything like that before. And Big Brother he kept quiet. He didn't say anything, gave nothing away.
Literally.
But yes, extraordinary. Really.
We were none the wiser, honestly.
Yes, extraordinary.
It was crazy.
So how have you been anyway there, Sam? So, obviously not many people probably may not know what you've been up to since you left the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a brief insight?
Yeah, I've literally just been kind of soaking up everything that comes up Big Brother. Like, you know me, any opportunity, I'll take it. Yeah. So I've been going to, everything I can, every kind of event I would always dream of going to, like little premieres and screenings and stuff, and doing my music again, getting my music out there, doing a few performances, but kind of building up to the summer, really. So just kind of, relaunching everything as Sam, as opposed to a Smashby before. So it's been a big change.
Have you got anything lined up that you may be able to let people know that you're going to be doing in the summer, by the way?
Well, I'm pretty much touring the whole country. I'm doing a few headline shows starting from next week, which I'm really scared for. I'm doing Glasgow next week. I'm doing the London Eurovision Ball after that. I'm co-hosting and performing at that, which is insane. And then headlining a Manchester show, and then it's Pride for me from May to September, all summer.
That's brilliant.
I'm really excited. Yeah.
Brilliant. Wow.
It's interesting to hear about all the progress that you're making with your singing, because, of course, one of the things that we tried to do in the house.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, because your style is very kind of contemporary pop. Is that the right word?
Sure. It's a lot of things.
My composition style is not like that. Mine is more kind of sort of romantic theatrical, you might say. And we did consider the possibility of pooling resources and seeing whether a kind of fusion of styles might come up with something rather good. And we did ask, if you remember.
We did, for piano.
We asked Big Brother whether he would bring a piano into one of those side rooms, and even just for a couple of hours, we
Just
could
to do
probably have come up
something.
with something.
We would have smashed it.
Yeah, and in fact, in my last visit, my last visit to the mini mart shop thing.
Yeah.
While you were still there,
Yeah.
I did say, can I buy? I'll buy a piano to bring a piano in, and we can do this, joint composition effort. And there was a moment of pause, and Big Brother said, "One day, Richard.
One day, the day could still come. Now we're free and can do what we want. I think we need like a Disney style moment because that's a nice hybrid for us too.
Well, because a lot of your songs that I've heard are quite up tempo and whatnot. But I've also heard you do some that are much more kind of sedate and expressively shaped and pull at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
And I think there would be some, an avenue worth exploring. Yes.
I think definitely we should do it, Richard. 100%.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you heard it here first.
Collab incoming, guys.
Who knows? Who knows? Right. Okay. Now let's have a look at a few questions because there's lots of things here. Oh, Jenny is here.
Jenny's here.
Jenny, she say I love this. Jenny, I hope you're extremely well. Right now, let's see. Oh, there's so many millions of things. I'm just trying to scroll through and find a question. Sam says, a different Sam, not you, says, I was heartbroken when Sam left.
Oh, I wasn't.
Someone with a frenetic name says, Richard, I loved you so much, we need you back. Oh, yes, but the series has ended now.
All stars. There's always all stars.
Aditya, who's one of my loyal TikTok followers, says Sam and Richard were my favourite Big Brother contestants.
Really?
So there you are.
We're so different as well. I love like the both. That's so funny.
And then someone called Ash Trevino says, does Sam know me? Do you know someone called Ash
Trevino? Probably, but I'm a face first. I need to see the person's account.
Oh, right. Okay.
We'll look at the picture afterwards.
Same here.
I see it.
Tell me your name.
Yeah.
And then 10 seconds later.
It's gone. Literally. It's when I see the pictures, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I remember seeing them.
Yes.
So I have to look at the comments afterwards and try and check it out.
Is there any other housemates that you actually see outside on a regular basis at all?
I've just seen Jenny last week, which was so last minute, unexpected, but really, really fun. We had the best time. I think everyone expected to still hate each other. It was a blip. Like literally, even in the house, we were friends for I'd say 3/4 of the time, like the majority. It was just a couple of weeks where we were just like that with each other. I think it happens.
I think because we're the last couple of weeks, they kind of finished the show's finishing off.
Yeah.
The tensions to spoiling over. That's it. I think that's all it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Like anything else.
The people that I had the most friction with in the house were Jenny and Tate, and now I'm probably on best terms with Jenny and Tate. So it's just so weird when you think about it. So them two I'm really good with. Obviously Nancy's my absolute ride or die for life. I see her almost every single week when she's here in the UK, not in Italy. So I'm missing her a lot. Emily I see a lot. I love Emily. I think that's all I've seen since the house. I've seen people at parties and stuff and at events in passing, and there's been things that have happened there. But I spoke to people like Caroline. I've not seen her since. Your best friend, you're not trying to be. I've not seen her since. Her shouldn't be named. I saw that in the podcast. I've not seen her since. But I message all the time. So yeah.
No, it's interesting that you mentioned the Caroline thing.
Yes, right.
Because people felt very sorry for me.
I know.
But it didn't really bother me. All the things.
Did you feel a bit like it was a bit personal, or did you think it's a joke? Because I thought it was all kind of funny, but it wasn't me.
It was kind of funny. The strange thing was when she kind of had her knives out for me.
Yeah.
She said all those things when there was like a group of us all standing around.
Exactly.
But when it was just she and I having a chat our own selves,
of course,
it was just perfectly nice and it was all right. And in fact, if you remember, right back at the beginning, where the 4 newbies, of whom I was one, we had to kind of do an eviction thing, a nomination thing right then.
Yeah.
And when we had to stand there in a row and nominate who we were going to do, it really took energy out of me. And 100%. I was knackered after that.
Yeah,
and after we'd done it, Caroline, God bless her, was the first one over to me and says, "Are you okay? Are you all right?"
Exactly.
And I had to say, "No, that was awful."
Yeah.
So there was a soft heart.
There is. I do feel like, because they only see what they see, obviously, which is the most entertaining stuff for TV, which is when she's jabbing at you or whatever, having beef or whatever. But behind all that, there's such a warm heart. So I really got to know everyone in that show, and I feel like with her, I had a really good bond because she did stick by me the whole way through. And so with that, I really did find like friendship in her, So I miss Caroline, but I've not seen her since. So yeah.
Has anybody really heard from Caroline since the show?
I speak to her a lot, and Garni speaks to her, and Nan speaks to her a lot as well. But we've not seen her. So yeah, I'm kind of see her soon.
She's cracking on with life, yeah.
She looks like me now. We both got dark hair. We look the exact same, honestly.
Oh right,
so.
You had a big influence on her. Then.
Yeah, I really did. So influential.
Yeah.
Do you wear cowboy hats as well?
Well, I used to before the house, and now I can't do that anymore. It's like her thing, you know. So I'll leave that with her.
Look here, a message from Sarah Louise who says, "I think Caroline has a heart of gold. Bless her. She's just a pure wind-up."
Oh, yes, she is a wind-up.
So
she loves
there you
like
go.
poking people and winding them up, and then just sitting back and laughing. Yeah, and I find that funny as well.
Yeah, how's Nancy doing anyway? As you mentioned, she's in Italy.
Yeah, she's in Italy, having a little like refresh moment.
Yeah.
She's been modeling a lot since the house. She
Yeah.
did that before, just doing it again.
Okay.
So she's smashing it, honestly. I'm really proud of her.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I
Yeah, because you two were just...
We're thick as thieves. We're sisters for life.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you two got up to, I was just...
I know!
Literally, when I was watching it, I just thought to myself that you two act like little sisters. You know?
We do.
Yeah,
We bring out like the child in each other completely.
Yeah.
Because with her, it was instant bonding. Like I think within the second night, we were saying like I love you, like twerking on the table with each other. We just found that connection so quickly.
Yeah.
And so when you have that in experience like Big Brother, it takes you out of it completely. You don't think about the cameras or what people are thinking. You're just having the best time with each other. And then it all gets read out and you're like, oh no.
Yes, you're dead right about that, because people always ask me, I mean, you probably found yourself, the questions we get asked tend to be the same questions that come around. And that's one of them. They say, well, how did you cope with all those cameras and mics?
You
just don't notice it.
The only time was the toilet when I was like looking at it like I'm watching you. If it moved towards me, I was like getting up and running out, honestly. That was the only time I felt subconscious in that whole experience.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't put this on TV.
Well, a lot of people who watch the series are unaware that we get filmed even when we're in the loo.
Literally, push it in.
But of course,
so if you've got a big one and you're straining and you're sweating, then
I didn't go for days the first week. Honestly, I was stressing. I was like in there, but I was like, I can't physically relax. Like, I can't. So if I ever look bloated,
your butt cheeks are so tight.
I don't like that. Honestly, if I ever look bloated in that show, it's because I was holding on for dear life because I didn't want to go.
and it was too far away. You couldn't really. We all had our little ways of trying to, cover our dignity.
Oh my god, I know.
But I mean, those cameras they had in there weren't for broadcast. They were just CCTV.
They were just because anytime I'd be in there with Nancy and talking like Sam and Nancy, get out of the bathroom. We can't talk in then because the airing of it, and they want to use it for context, obviously. So
and I did actually ask them in one of the
like
pre-series chats. I did say to them, is it really necessary to have the cameras in there?
I said the same thing.
And they said, we actually have to do it for health and safety.
Oh.
But also...
Whose health and safety?
Well, exactly. but it won't ever be shown. Because it's just CCTV, whereas all the other cameras are, for broadcast.
Yeah.
But they did say, but also, it's in case anyone tries to go in there and have a secret conversation that they're not allowed to.
Well,
did anyone do that?
Did anyone do that? I'll never think.
Lily Benson, Lily?
Lily, I'm seeing her today.
She says, tell Sam I said hi.
Lily, I love you. She is me in like girl form, honestly. I've gotten so well with Lily.
Tell everyone who Lily is.
Lily is the queen of season 2 of ITV Big Brother. And I literally watched that and I was like, I hope I get to like have a reaction like Lily when I do the house and stuff. And I think I've had probably a more extreme one, but like she's such an icon and a diva. I love her.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she's amazing.
It's interesting, isn't it, that a question I've been asked a lot since then is how do they decide who's going to go in? Because I'm applying now. Can you give me any advice? And blah blah blah.
Oh my god.
And I mean, and I don't know how they go about deciding who's going to interact well with
others,
A, B, or C, or D. I mean, the particular lineup of people who were in our series.
Yes.
I mean, we were rather different.
Completely.
But we could chat to each other. And it was
I feel like we gelled really well. And so I was so surprised when there was so much drama watching it back. I was like, I thought it was really calm most of the time.
Yeah.
But did you hear about the whole casting thing for me and how it went about getting on the show?
No.
So I applied, unlike some people in the house and stuff. So I applied, went through all the auditions, and then it got to like 2 weeks before, and I got a call saying you've not made it this time.
Right.
Would you do the thing that you did, the pre-run?
The dry run.
Yeah, and I was like really gutted, and I was like, I'll do it, but I'm like really heartbroken I didn't get it because I thought I had it in the bag, and I was like, oh my god, what a shame. And I think because I get calling like Abby, one of the producers, I was like, why didn't I get it? Like, I just need to know why. I kept pushing her. And she was like, it's just one of those things, Sam. Like, stop calling me. And then
she's like, I must have blocked this number.
Literally. And it got to the point where they thought we need to tell him he's actually got it because he's probably going to like lose his mind soon. So then a week before launch night, I got a call saying, "Can you come to London tonight?"
Oh, wow.
I was like, "What for? For the dry run?" I was like, "Do I have to be there that early?" And she was like, "No, it's the VT. You've made it on the show." And I was like, "What the hell?" So in like 24 hours, I just go to London and do the VT, and then yeah.
So what was you doing that 24 hours? Because obviously, I'm assuming you was doing.
I was covering a Zumba class that morning, literally. So I was covering my friend's Zumba class, and I was there to go and do it and like shake my booty and stuff. And then I get the call, and I was like, "Hello," and she's like, "Can you come?" I was like, "Is it necessary?" I was like, "I'm about to do a class," and she was like, "You literally have to come," and I was like, "Okay, perfect, I'm there."
So how much how much prep did you have to kind of do? Because literally,
yeah. I knew for a week before that I was going into it, which isn't very long when you're me and you've got all the outfits to get. I needed to prepare.
Of course, the outfits.
Do you know what I mean? I just get Botox done. I needed everything topping up. And so it was so like crazy. It was
you are hilarious.
I had such a lot to do. And then my mum was like, when we got in the car, I told her she was like being sick, like in like a McDonald's bag. Like it was so intense because we just didn't have any clue it was going to happen. So it was really dramatic.
But this is extraordinary because it sounds like your process in that last bit of the whole stage has similarities to mine.
Yeah, because you got told like after the dry run, didn't you?
I was told, I got the email that said, "Thank you very much for auditioning. On this occasion, we don't want you, but please apply for the next series."
Yeah.
So then, because we couldn't tell anybody for a long time. So then I was going around to everybody saying, that thing I couldn't tell you about?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't got it. So I can tell you now.
Yeah.
This is what it was. But then
you got it.
Then they phoned me back and said, "Would you do the dry run?"
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know whether I really want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said I would. Did the dry run, and at the end of it, we're all standing there with bags packed and everything,
ready to go.
And there's a fella calling taxis for everybody, and he said to me, "Do you mind if I book your taxi last? Because,
oh my God!
Because you're in London, you're the nearest one.
Yeah.
Everyone else has got much further to go." So I said, "Fine." So people are disappearing one after another. Lots of hugs. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Blah 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 blah. And in the end, I'm standing there on my own. And at which point, he, instead of calling a taxi for me, he just put his phone away and says, "Would you step back into the office? The producers want to speak to you."
Oh, my arse would be like that. I'd be like,
and I went in,
clenching.
And that's when I was told, "We really enjoyed having you on the dry run. So much so, would you like to do the real thing?" So I had 3 days now.
Oh, you had less time than me, Richard.
Yeah.
How did you pack? Honestly.
Well, it was a hasty thing, but that's why I'm assuming why I wasn't involved in the live launch, because I joined the house the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know the live launch was really fun. I loved that part.
I'm sorry I missed that.
I know.
But I was trying to prime the pump, as they say, because every time I was in the diary room, I was saying, I really hope I don't get a backdoor eviction, because I didn't get to stand on the catwalk. I want to see all the laser lights. So when my time comes, I want to go out.
You want the whole shebang,
not through a side door like I went in. And anyway, then as it turned out, it was
kind of the biggest
right.
exit, to be honest, Richard.
Well, I did, didn't I?
You
I mean,
did.
It's a once in a lifetime thing. I've never had anything like that, and I suppose in all reality, it's probably not going to happen again. But all those laser lights and the fireworks and everything, well, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll invite me back to the next one.
I think they'll do an All Stars, because that is like a new thing. Like, I'm a Celeb doing an All Stars, Murder First Night is doing All Stars. So I think Big Brother would be stupid not to do an All Stars version.
So would that be basically doing the whole thing again?
Yeah, but like the people that have already done it, and like the people that have kind of got
Would you want to go through all that again?
I think about this a lot, because I really had a turbulent journey. Like, out of everybody, I think I really had the craziest time. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, because it's such a lot to go through, but also I feel like redemption is needed. Because I feel like when I ended, for me, it felt very negative. And I feel like I went out with so many enemies at the time and so much drama, which I didn't expect to happen. And then late and live finale, all that happened, and I was just
that was hilarious. You know what? I was sitting there. You know what? That was the funniest late in live I've ever seen.
I was fuming.
Me and Richard's brother was just cracking up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you and Nancy just was like, we'll have another bit.
None of it. I steam from my ears, literally.
The thing is, I thought Secure were going to come over at one point. I was like,
no, honestly, because I was like, do you know what? If I had have, because I forgot that I was mic'd up during that like whole thing with like Zila and everything. So when he pulled the mic away, that one on the long stick, I thought I couldn't talk anymore. If I'd have known I could have kept talking and said everything, I'd have thrown everyone under the bus completely and been like this, that, and the other. But I was so overwhelmed. I was just like, I guess that's it. guess that's it, whatever. But I was foaming, and then between all the ad breaks, I was running off and like crying, and then like,
what's going on?
I was like, they messed me up on this show. I'm really losing it, honestly.
It was alcohol, too much alcohol involved.
No, not at all. I think I had one buzzball. I was just livid at the way that it was. Yeah, I felt like Zilla got all the time to talk, and then I was just reacting to it all in real time, and I was like, oh my god, I can't even process this and respond in quick time. And then it was ad break, and I was like, I'm just gonna honestly lose my in a minute. So
Sam, sometimes the best thing to do is just take a couple of seconds, and then process it,
Yeah.
then answer. But yeah, we've all been there. I've been there.
Yeah.
It happens. That's what
It does.
Human at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like all like the hard work I'd done before the house, be a good person, and work on myself, and out the window, and I did the show because I was just like dealing with so much that I was like, I can't even process any of this.
But also, you've got to think where you've been in that house for such an extended period of time, and then coming into reality again.
Oh my god,
it's just gonna be a culture shock.
Completely.
So
yeah,
to be honest, you shouldn't even knock yourself down for that at all.
No, I just wish I'd really mouthed off and given it back, but whatever.
Oh wow! Have you watched the series back yourself?
Yeah. All of it.
So well, I have as well.
Yeah.
And when I saw your diary room sessions, which of course were all kind of private for each one of us, and when I saw you getting a bit tearful in some of those, and I thought, gosh, I didn't realise that had happened. You see,
so much, and this is why when it happened with the whole Jenny Jigsaw thing, and when I said I'm not going to have a breakdown yet, I'd had 5 by the second week. So to me, I thought if someone wasn't freaking out, I thought how they had coping so well with this. So that was why I was like, seeing her that way, she's always happy, always doing always cracking jokes. I thought, I'm cracking up every other day in here. Just because I'd gone in and night 1 up for eviction, and then had, stuff with George and things. It was just really intense. And then the Zila stuff, and it was like, I feel like I got all the drama.
Yeah, just touching on George and Zila, and you was dealing a lot of emotions
from
a lot of people. So. And the thing is, where you couldn't actually step away from it, really.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're in a house with all these other people. Yeah. You go to a room, they're going to follow you. The only place you could be safe is in the
diary room or the toilet.
Yeah, the 2 places.
And this is it. You kind of forget the diary room is like informing the audience what's happening. I saw it as an actual therapy session. So I was there like, it's getting all out. And then that's been shown. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, to be honest, I think that's good because you can see your human side.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it was emotional. And like the stuff like with George, for example, I think I'd handle that a lot better in day-to-day life because you've got your vices and your people you can vent to. In there, you'll still kind of get to know everybody, and it's everything's so visible in a way because everything can be used for the show. So you just don't know how honest to be, Yes. And then
well, indeed, and in the kind of preamble before we actually went into the house, and they were coming around to give us little bits of advice and pointers and so on. I did ask them specifically. I said, "What if something happens and I come along to the diary room and say, right, I want to talk to you about something, but I'd rather it wasn't broadcast.
Yeah.
Do we have that option?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, you don't have that option.
Yeah.
But of course, we can't broadcast everything because we've only got that much time and that much filming. So if there is something that shouldn't go out, it probably won't.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can't make any sort of promises, because it's all filmed.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah. So what did you think of? Obviously, I know you and George didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your feelings on George now that you've come out the house? Have you got a different mindset? What's your?
I never actually had a problem with George.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with stuff he said, but that goes for a lot of people in the house. It's just life. So that was whatever. I feel like from what I observed, I feel like George is just someone that wanted to get attention from the show, as we all do in different ways. So I think he was more kind of like how I likes to poke people for fun and to wind them up. I think he did it in a different way by causing arguments and controversial conversations, and that was his tactic to get there. So I just saw it as someone who seemed quite warm as a person, but liked to kind of poke the bear a little bit. Yeah. So that's how I kind of saw it. Because when I pulled him to the side and tried to say how I felt about the impression, he seemed really apologetic and really warm about it. So from that I took, he's actually quite a nice person. He's just kind of saying all this and doing it for the cameras, whatever. Then watching it back, he walks away and pulls a face at me. So I don't really know. So George, I'm just indifferent to George. We're very different people.
Yes.
We're never going to see each other again. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I just don't align with him as a person. So yeah. I'd have been a lot less emotional than that in real life because I'd have my biases then, to work through it.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
Right. Well, we better out of dutiful
Questions?
yes, because lots of people have been saying things. So I'm just going to scroll through randomly and see what I can find here. Oh, I've got to mention this one. Someone called Westlife999 says, and I quote, "You were bloody amazing, Richard. Ireland loves you."
Ireland loves you. Here we go.
There we go. I thought Ireland loved Jenny, but there we are.
There we go. Book signing in Ireland.
Sam, the other Sam, not you, says, "Oh, it's gone. It's vanished off the screen.
Oh, no.
Sam should have his. Oh, I wish Sam had his orange wig on. Now that's an answer to that.
Come see you on tour. You'll find it, babes.
Your stream is frozen there, Richard.
Oh, has it? Right. Well, I don't know how to fix that then.
Ask the comments if it's frozen and see if it's frozen for them.
Ask the comments.
It might be frozen just
Are the comments
yours.
still moving or not? Right. Okay, folks. We just had a message that the my image here on the TikTok screen seems to have frozen, but the comments are still live. So hopefully it'll start working again soon. Anyway, we're going to carry on because of the recording. Yes. So I was just going to say that thing about the orange wig has jogged my memory, because although we all chatted to each other at various times about various things and for various lengths, I think it's probably true to say that when you and I had our longest conversation,
Was in the orange wig.
it was when we were both stuck in a cage in the garden.
You had to sit and listen to me act for hours and hours and hours.
Well, I did, yes. It's how I put up with that. But no, that's when we were
I have to
talking.
put up with him for hours.
There we go.
So believe me, yeah.
But that's when we had our best talk about the potential songwriting thing.
That was. We talked about a lot. I really enjoyed the conversation because it was like we were freezing off outside in the cave.
It was quite cold, yeah.
It was. I had the orange wig on. It was so iconic. But I thought they showed some of our conversation a bit more because we learned so much about each other.
Yes.
Like I learned about your son there, my music thing we talked about, and then our potential collab. We played the shopping game. I'm pretty sure. You have to like go and buy things and remember the whole list.
Yes,
like it was really fun. I loved it.
Yeah, and also at the end of that, if you remember, we came within a hair's breadth of qualifying for a luxury budget, and it was so close. It couldn't have been closer.
Literally.
And on reflection, I wish I'd had the kind of wherewithal to suddenly just chirp up and say, "Big brother, I've sat out there in the cold for 8 hours today.
Crazy.
Surely that must count for something.
Come on now.
Can't you just give us those extra few points?
A little moment.
Yeah, and that would have made the difference. But I just didn't think of it, and
Yeah.
there we go.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
So even though you two sat for 8 hours together, have you even got a title for a song? After all that 8 hours,
we did write something in the house. I can't remember what it was. We started writing something.
Did we?
I had an idea,
yes, we did.
and I was thinking, that's kind of good, but I don't remember what the words were. I want the lines, but it's very Disney coded.
What a singer as well.
I know,
but it was difficult because
You can do it now.
if I could remember it, I
write anything
would.
down. We had no pen or paper or nothing. You could.
How did I keep note of it? I did something.
Yes.
I think I just repeated it again, but I've forgotten now.
That's right. Yes. Because I came to you and said, "What about a line that goes like this?" and gave you an opening line or
You
something.
did, and then we kind of made it build. It was like a climb moment, like Miley Cyrus. It was kind of getting like.
But we couldn't write anything down. We had no access to pens, papers, or nothing.
We need to do like a writing day, Richard, and we'll see what we come up with.
I think so.
I'm down for it. It'd be great.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh.
Well, you ain't doing that. Would you go back in again if you had the chance to go back?
If they did like a All Stars moment, I think maybe I would do. I think, the redemption arc could be good. Depends what I'm doing at the time, but I definitely never say never, for sure.
And if you did, how would you change you as a person?
Do you know what? I thought about this because my whole mindset the first time was to be like as nice to everyone as possible, make as many friends as I could, and that kind of thing. And I still came off looking like a bitch. So I think on reflection, if I'd have just been more upfront and less worried about hurting people's feelings and just been honest, maybe it would have come across better. So I think maybe it's not people please as much. But I was trying to be everyone's friend and do the right thing, and it went the complete wrong way.
Yeah, so, a lot of people these days do people please, and that's the thing. They're thinking about other people instead of thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Because the most important person is yourself.
This is it.
How you feel.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that person may even forget what you said.
Yeah.
Let's just say you was very honest with them, and you said, "Look, I really don't like your outfit."
Yeah.
Or they'll go, it's constructive criticism. At the end of the day, they will go back and go, actually, maybe that person is right. yeah, I should have not wore those shoes with that.
I know.
Outfit,
I never even knew.
etc.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and then they'll go away, but they're going to improve on themselves. You're sitting there thinking, oh, maybe.
I know. I never knew people pleasing was a thing until doing the show and getting that comment thrown at me so many times. I was like, what is that? So then watching it back, I'm like, oh, that's what I do. So it's like I've seen myself in a whole different light. I'm like, okay, so much to learn and work from, I guess. So, yeah.
So what have you? So you said you worked on. Have you actually spoken to someone professionally about working on people? Because a lot of people do that. They work on.
I will do
from childhood. That
you do
realise that.
Yeah. I think I need a new therapist, and then I can start working on that.
Right.
But I'm like aware of it
here,
now.
so you can't speak to me proper.
No. So I think that's the only thing I'd change. I would just think, don't try and be nice for the sake of it to make everyone feel better.
Yeah.
Just say what you actually think, and it might come across better. You know.
Yes.
But so that's something I do differently.
But it's interesting. We all do have these. You might call them idiosyncrasies, things that we do or say that we're not maybe consciously aware of, but other people see it.
Yeah.
And in my case, the one that stood out, and I had no idea I did this until it was brought to my attention, was one day when we were all sitting around on the sofas, and I had to say something or answer a question or something, and I was just drawing breath to speak, and everybody else went, well.
Oh my God, this is such a thing. I always think of you when someone says well, I'm like, well, and then the sentence would start.
I didn't know that I did that.
Did you know?
Well, I mean, there was one right then. Yes.
That's so funny.
I mean, do I say well a lot?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
It's like the start of a sentence. It's like, wow. And then it comes, and you just know it's coming. I think I said that on my Late and Live interview when I left. I referenced you in that. I was like, well. And then I did my answer. So influential.
There we go. All right, well, let's have a look at... Flynn says, tell Sam Flynn said hi. Flynn
Hi,
West.
Flynn. Hi.
Yeah,
Flynn West.
here.
Yeah, I know Flynn West.
Ed says, OMG, it's Music Man Richard. Yes. A sudden splurge of things.
Frankie says hi, apparently.
Okay.
Right, and Zoe says, hi, Richard from Sam's mum.
Oh, my mum is on it.
Yeah. And Liam Lawton is here. He's one of my loyal TikTok followers.
Love that.
Ben says, I think Sam is really funny. As do we all, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay, now I've been asked this question before, and I've answered it, so I will pass the question straight to you.
Okay.
Candy is saying, can you give us any advice for applying to BB?
I think literally everyone said it, but it is the truest thing, just to be your absolute self. Because I've done it before and applied, and I've been like very different areas of my life where I was trying to prove something to people. Whereas this one, I had so many things going on. It was most just like real audition tape I'd ever done. Yeah. I set it up, I just chatted absolute shit. And like, I was just like making it all up and whatever, and just saying what came to mind. And I think they just saw that and thought, okay, fair enough. Like, that's who he is.
As I said, that's the reason why Richard won Big Brother, because authentic, because a lot. Caroline thought he was playing a game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard. But yeah, a lot of people thought you're playing games, but I see you on a regular basis, and this is just who you are. Well, that's who you are on a day-to-day basis. So, yeah.
My friend said that because like people, the biggest thing I saw leaving was my voice and everything like that. People like, who is like Sam trying to be? Yeah. My friend's like, that's who you've always been, so that's how we know you. Yeah. So they found it so weird having to read everyone like criticize everything about me and see what's real and what's not. And so they were just like, but that's just how you are. And I was like, I know, like I'm just being myself. And it's very expressive, and I think that's a lot for some people.
Yeah. So I think where people see you as different, they're like, let's try and be critical.
Yeah.
Let's just try and, poke the bear, like you said about Caroline.
Yeah,
try and poke the bear and see what reaction you'll get. But as long as you just carry on being you, that's the most important thing.
Some people see that and say I've been the exact same since the house.
Mark, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Had Richard not been there, my great friend over there, I was actually bidding for you to win.
Really? Oh, thanks, I'll take that.
That night in Mozart here, we were watching earnestly because, of course, Richard being here.
Yeah, of course.
And I was saying to them, said, definitely Sam's going to win. He's got the right charisma.
Oh.
He's just doing his own thing.
Thank you.
And you were walking the rope.
I was literally honestly walking the rope the whole time, like, how the hell am I going to navigate this? I'll be honest, I really wanted to win as well. But but getting in there, it's so different than what you expect it to be. And then it became a thing of like, I'm just going to survive this for as long as I can, do the best job I can, enjoy it. And like, I really did enjoy a lot of it. But you know, I got some tough rides in there.
I remember you saying quite early on, or not, well, at some point in the house, how early it was, when you said you've been dreaming of getting on that show since you were 8 years old.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's a fair old while.
It is.
How many times had you applied?
I think two or three.
Right.
When I went to ITV, that's when I started applying for it. Because I wanted to apply for it when I was on Channel 5.
Yes.
In like 2018, 19.
Yeah.
Like, I just had the thought process of, I'm like 20 now, I should go and apply for it. I missed the cut-off point. Was like, I'll do next year, and it got cancelled. So I was like, no, I'll never get to do that and live that dream. So when it came back, I was on it. I was like every year, like going for it.
Brilliant.
And then finally happened. Yeah.
Well, so it was a long cherished.
Yeah, it was.
dream.
It is. That's why I'd never take it back, because I still got to do the dream reality show I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take it back, because I love that my name's with that and I'm a part of that now forever. So I love that, but redemption's definitely needed.
You did mention that you thought it would be slightly different when you went into Big Brother. In what way did you think it would be when you went on the show, and how it is different?
I think it's more, the experience makes sense, like the house and the filming and the tasks and everything. I didn't realise it'd be so long and boring, like on the days. There is a lot of downtime. We're just like, what the hell? But I think I'm just not used to. Normally in a room, I get on with everyone, and personally, like I always have done. I've always found I've done better in social situations than I have like just trying to get in the door with things. Once I'm there, people seem to get me. I feel like in the house, the first time I felt like people just were kind of like analysing me and criticising things, and when people would say, I think you're not being genuine, it really took me back, and then I started to like spiral.
Interesting.
So that was, I didn't expect that at all. So I found that really, really weird.
Yes, and you're right about the downtime. And what's not ever shown on the actual series itself is all the time we're sitting there on the sofas in silence.
Literally.
And then the voice would say, this is Big Brother, da, 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 da. And then there'd be a pause, and he'd start again. This is Big Brother.
Oh, yeah.
So they could all edit it together.
All the retakes and everything.
But yes, there was a lot of time where we're just sitting around with
so much.
And I'm asked frequently, which was your favourite task? And my favourite task was the perfect day one, where we all had to keep going back. Oh, you'd gone by then?
I'd gone. That was the day after I left.
Right.
I watched it.
Well, we all had to keep going back to bed every time we'd made a mistake. But the thing about that was, we were all involved all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the other tasks, there'd be certain people busy then while everyone else is sitting around.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of time just to sit around and do
It was. My worst one, I can tell you straight away, is the hospital task. Like, I was in that bed for so long, all day. I got the shit food. It was horrific. And then I was expected to go and then, like, criticise everybody and stuff for this x-ray thing to grow a backbone. And I was like, what the hell? So that one I hated the most. The one I like the most is the airplane one with Jenny.
Oh, right.
I think it was Smash. Me and Jenny as their hostesses. I really loved that one.
That was a good fun one.
That was good.
You know, and actually, just for a moment, I thought we were actually going to stick with it, because everyone was saying, oh, let's stop.
Yeah.
And in the first instance, I managed to kind of persuade everyone to carry on for a while.
Yeah.
But then the second time round, they
lost it. I know.
And then we were on budget rations, if you remember.
I know. I think that's when it started to go downhill, because I came back in, and I think things felt so positive. And then once the, what's it called, basic budget came in, I think things started to get a bit aggy.
Oh, it's lovely.
I know. It was something.
Right. You might like to know that Milky Mandy says, Sam, my favourite song is Dear Charlotte.
Really?
There you go.
Milky Mandy. The name's iconic.
Now we've got, there's someone here called Bessie. Now she's one of my loyal followers,
Okay.
and she's always coming out with these, little one-liners, and it's quite funny. It says, "Ask Sam what colour he thinks Smurfs turn when they choke."
Purple.
Well, there you had it, Bessie. Purple is the answer,
Right. Because they've got blue skin, so they're going like red, they're purple, right?
Gigi Sparkles says, "Hey Queen, I am performing at Leveder Vapes in Glastonbury."
Oh, mate. Oh, Lavender Vespers.
Okay.
I've been there, yeah. I'll have a great time, Gorge.
All right, there you go.
Love that.
Amber says, "Can you say hi to my friend Chloe? She loves you." Go on then.
Hi, Chloe. Love you too.
Lizzie is a Sam defender.
Thank you. I need that.
Sam says, the other Sam, "I was fighting for my life defending Sam on Twitter."
God, I had to delete Twitter when I came out of the house. That was hell. When I saw the tweets that hated me had more likes than I had followers, I was like, it's time to go. Like, it just felt like it wasn't my place anymore. So yeah, X can get gone.
So you completely deleted it?
Yeah. I was thinking about it anyway before the house, because just that platform is very toxic. And then when I saw everything about me, I was like, yeah, I don't need this anymore. That can go. That can leave.
Sam, how could anyone hate you?
I don't know, but it's a thing. So
It's
I'll have to ask
ridiculous.
them.
I mean, the minute you walked onto that show, we were loving every moment.
Thanks
of it.
so much.
I mean, this place here was actually Evelyn's watching right through the whole series.
Yeah.
And
They had it on the screen right there. everyone.
That's
It was
so
like,
nice.
this whole place was livened up. We
Do you
were
know
actually
what?
getting drunk here. Actually.
Really? I want to get drunk
drink.
here. I want to get drunk here. Because I feel like I thought I came in the best entrance I could ever do. I love my entrance so much. It was just very me. But even from that, I was in the exit room. So it shows whatever I did, I was being myself, but it was still very divisive. So you just can't live with people. But it's what it is. It happened the way it's happened.
Bearing in mind all the highs and lows, the pros and cons, would you do it again?
Yeah, I do yeah, of course. I think I love the show. Any chance I get to do something like that, I've got to consider it. Do you know what I mean? Unless I'm physically not in the country and I'm away for something else, then it'd be different. But I would love to. I think just to see what happens. And I know it now. I know how to handle the process probably way better than I did before. So it'd be interesting.
What was the once you did the final late at night? What was the first thing you actually did? Part of normal life again.
Well, the next day, once Late and Live was done,
once you had the party, obviously.
Yeah, once the party was done, me and Nancy were in a hotel for the next day in London, and we went to Popeyes. I think in Westfield or somewhere close to that. And we honestly just sat, staring into space for 3 hours, being like, what the hell just happened? And trying to process it all. So we just kind of ate really shit food and got bottles of wine, Prosecco from the shop, and then went on TikTok Live. And we were just processing all, being like, I can't understand what just happened here. So just got up with Nancy and ate Popeyes. And that was my first Popeyes. It was amazing.
What do you think?
I loved it. It was really
Out of
good.
10?
10, completely. If it's beige, I'm obsessed. Do you know what I mean? Anything unhealthy, I love it.
Now, it's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Because in the midst of all of this serious, deep, profound conversation that we're having, we have had a something that has become a regular fixture of these podcasts, and we call it the taste test.
Okay.
Would you be willing to participate in our taste test?
100%, I'm ready.
Splendid. Well, this is one of my loyal followers called Chris from Bournemouth, who provided us with this box of jelly beans.
I think I got a message about this, actually.
Yes, and if I just turn it round, you can see there's a picture. There's 50 different ones in here.
Okay.
Right, so thank you, Chris from Bournemouth. And but I had to put a rubber band around it because during transit,
they fly
they all get mixed up in the things.
Is
so
this
they're all
one of those where they've got horrible flavours in there to catch you out? Sick,
Oh, I know what you're thinking of. I've had those before.
I've had them years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's intense.
Yeah.
I got all the rubbish ones. I got sick poo. And it's just, my luck of the draw, babe. I think I got sick poo, nappy, and I was like, why is this happening? Yeah, all different ones, not the same.
Well, you'll be glad to know that's not the case here.
Thank God, okay.
But what you can do, if you want, you can peruse the little tasting
menu
guide there and see whether you think anything grabs your fancy. But as you're about to discover, all the colours are all jumbled up.
Perfect.
They all just got...
I did help pretty well in that thing. There's some good flavours in here.
Well, you're welcome to try any one. The idea is we try them out, we make our observations, and then the crucial thing, we have to give it marks out of 10.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they are mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, it's all just tipping like
It's all right.
They have margarita cocktail in here.
Do
That's
they?
amazing.
Well, if you can find the right coloured one, you're welcome to try it.
Certainly.
It's green.
Feel free. Well, there's lots of different shades of all the different colours.
They've got apple pie, lemon meringue pie. These are great, honestly. I'm obsessed.
Well, help yourself to whichever one.
Oh my god!
You might even need to form a rounded opinion. You might need to try several of them.
I'm down to do that. Honestly, I love sweets.
Okay.
Can I find the margarita one?
If you know what colour it is, you're welcome.
It's green with darks, but I think it's that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now, before you pop it in, wait till we're all served, and then we try them all simultaneously.
And
That's the thing.
Okay.
Out of 10.
Okay, I can do this.
So,
Right.
does Ken want to try one as well?
Ken,
Thank you very much.
even though you can't see Ken on camera.
Here we go.
Hello.
Grand reveal.
Oh, yes. Because for the benefit of anyone who may not be aware, this is Ken who owns the place, and we are in his shop at this moment, which is called the Mozart London Bar at 69 Annerley Road, London SE19. You're always welcome to pop in, not only to buy one of my signed books, but also to avail yourself of his vast array of drinks and beverages of all kinds. Right.
It is gaggy in here. I love it.
So, I'll try one of these orange ones, although I haven't any idea what flavour.
Thank you, Sam. You can endorse it anytime.
Thank you. Well,
Right, we all have a jelly bean.
Yeah,
Right,
no, I'm
so
ready.
I'm ready then. 3, 2, 1, and in they go.
my god, it's right. I got margarita.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! That is so good.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
tastes just like the cocktail.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Even
now
better.
that sounds like it might be getting a high score then.
Yes, I was thinking.
That's 11 out of 10.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going straight for it.
Straight for it.
Well, every time we've done
Hold on,
one of these tests,
Mm-hmm.
none of us have ever gone up that high before. So
Really?
you just made taste test history.
I always have to take things too far.
Well, it sounds to me like you ought to try another one.
I should do, yeah, I'm down, Tim.
This is the book in which all the scores are recorded.
Okay, yeah, margarita, 11 out of 10. Amazing. It broke the score.
Right. Well, while you're writing that, I will tell you I had an orange one,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very citrusy and orangey, which was also very good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a 9.5.
Okay, that's a good one.
And the only reason I've deducted that half mark off the top is because a bit of it's got stuck in my tooth and I can't get rid of
I hate
it.
when that happens. I've got like bonded veneers as well, so if anything gets stuck, I'm like,
I've got to tell you, you have got.
Yes, I'm just doing some
Thank you.
recording for the shop.
I won't ask how you got them, but there you go.
I just got them bonded.
You're
Yeah,
going to tell me
there's
that
a-
they just
they're doing
come
a filming
naturally,
and
like
Yeah, of course. Everything is very natural with me, Rich.
Yeah, well, I noticed
Everything,
that,
of course. It all came
Thank you very
from.
much indeed.
Right, so do you want another one?
Yeah, I want to find the toasted marshmallow.
What colour is that?
It's like a cream with little brown speckles on it.
Okay, well, if you can
Thanks,
see it, you're
thanks for
welcome to
calling
try
in.
it.
Appreciate it. Lovely. Bye-bye.
I'm struggling to find it. Maybe that one.
Go on then. Right.
This
Another
looks
one?
just
Over here?
like
Well, I'll try. What are the blue ones? I mean,
there's berry blue if it's like bright blue.
all right.
There's a dark blue that's blueberry.
Oh, I'll try a dark
Island
blue one.
punch. I bet that's a cocktail as well.
Right, well, I'll try a dark blue one for blueberry.
Okay, we try it
Shall
now.
we? Go on, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, lovely.
I got it right.
Yeah.
I got marshmallow.
I've got to say, these actually really are very good.
Yeah.
This is really good.
So, who sent these in again?
These are from Chris in Bournemouth.
We love you guys.
Thank
We
you, Chris.
just can't tell you how grateful we are. They're very, very good.
That's a 9 out of 10. That's so good.
So, what's going to be
Okay, do you want another
your
one?
My favorite was margarita.
margarita?
She's the winner. Yeah, I love that one.
Just watch carefully with it.
Oh, careful with it.
Right.
It's
And
amazing.
while we're doing that, let's have a quick look. Samantha says, "Can you get
Thank you.
Sam to say hi to me? He's the best."
Hi Samantha, love you.
Kian says, "My favourite task was the fake eviction." There you go.
That was
his
a
favourite
good,
one.
yeah. Was that a task? It was trying, that's for sure. That was good though. I got to hold on to her best like really closely, so I
Yeah.
liked that part.
And M says, "Can you tell Sam I said him and Nancy is my fave duo ever."
Oh,
So
thank you,
there
Em.
you
Thanks,
go.
Eva. She gets it.
Let's see. And now I don't quite understand this one. Maybe you will. The other Sam, who I keep referring to, says, "What does Sam think about Sam Jenner world domination?"
I love it. Right. We have this gorgeous group of girls who call themselves Sam Jenners because they make edits of me as Kris Jenner. And that's when we look very, very similar.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
It's
okay.
either Kris Jenner or Ghislaine Maxwell, which is not as good, so we'll stick to Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
But they make so many amazing edits from the show, and we get the nice ones, and everyone else
Right.
gets the bad ones. So,
I
I love these girls, honestly.
Scar says, "Tell Sam I saw him in Blank Street yesterday."
Oh, I was there yesterday.
Well, there
oh
you
my
go.
god, I did get a picture of somebody. so
Someone
maybe
called
it's them.
Scar says he saw you there. Yeah.
Hi, Scar.
And then Ross says, "Why is this guy's famous?" Oh, Ross, if you don't know, I don't know.
Come on now, Ross.
Yeah.
Catch up. What have you been?
But obviously, we've made him an impression, even though he doesn't know where we're from.
That's what I took from the whole show. When I came off and asked what the reaction was, they said, "You've made an impact. That's all that matters." I was like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, I'll take that.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Crystal says, "Oh, tell Sam hello from Barnoldswick."
But I was like,
Oh,
that's not
Donald.
far from me. I'm Skipton, so.
Oh, right,
right,
okay.
okay.
Hi, Crystal.
And apologies to anyone who's sending questions, and because we're kind of talking about all sorts of things, and it scrolls
Yeah.
up the screen very fast. We're trying to fit in as many as we
This
can.
is so fun.
Here's an interesting one, kind of a psychological question. Lizzie says, "Did you get less addicted to your phone from not having it?"
I really liked not having the phone in the house. I really liked that, like, freedom, because I've lived my whole life, like, with doing social media and doing music and posting every day and doing so much, like, on my phone. So to not have that pressure was great. getting it back, I didn't want to open it. Like, I was so nervous to get it back. I left it on, like, uncharged and dead the whole first night because I didn't want to see it. The next morning, once I saw what was happening, I was then addicted again, like a different way. But I think I've got a healthier thing now because I'm used to not having it as much. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Richard?
Well, it is quite liberating not having it.
It's great, isn't it?
And in fact, it reminds me, now this is going back before your time now, young man.
Yikes, I know.
But see, I remember the time when I was told by my parents, "You're watching too much TV."
Yeah, I got that as well.
Now this was before mobile phones were even a thing.
Yeah.
So if you had an addiction, so to speak, it was the telly.
Yeah.
You're watching too much TV. Get out and play in the street.
Yeah.
With all the other snipes. And the thing was, once you actually got out there and started, roughing and tumbling and doing whatever, you kind of got into it and you didn't miss the TV.
Yeah.
Even though at the time that you're told you can't watch it,
it
seemed
really
like a
annoying.
big punishment.
Yeah.
And so, we do get so kind of attached to our phones and our
100%.
gadgets that we kind of think, I can't live without it. But when we find that we have to live without them,
it's quite liberating.
It's quite easy to do.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's a good feeling. Especially nowadays, everything is so wrapped up in your phone.
Yeah.
It's nice to not have that.
Yeah, go back to back to what you just said there, Richard. Though,
Yes.
when you got told that you couldn't go out because you was naughty, and then you heard your friends,
Then you wanted to go out.
and you can see from the window, that your
Yes.
friends are playing outside. You're just sitting at the window like this.
So
Having so much
sad.
fun.
My thing was, if I was naughty, I couldn't wear my dressing up outfits. That was my punishment. So I always had like all the characters, all the princesses, all the Looney Tunes characters. And if I was naughty, I couldn't wear my outfits.
See, now I'm very tempted to ask you what you did that was so naughty. But you don't need to tell us.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know, probably just talking in code or something, I don't know.
Now here's an interesting one from House of Bob. Hello,
Okay.
House of Bob.
Hey.
Are you still in contact with Marcus and Elsa? Now, this is an interesting one because on my TikTok live last night, somebody said, and I don't know whether it's true, you see, this is the thing, maybe you'll be able to shed some light on this. Someone said, what do you think about Marcus and Elsa separating?
Well, this is like a rumor at the moment, isn't it?
So have they or haven't they? I don't know.
I don't know if they're still together or not. I have a feeling it could be just for TikTok, just like get people talking about them.
Right.
Because they were saying they'd lost followers since the show, and they haven't been posting very much. So I could see it being a tactic just to get everyone talking about them again. I don't know. But they could be on the rocks, who knows? Which is a shame because they're a nice couple.
Well, in the house itself, I mean, it kind of came and went, didn't it?
So it could be like that.
But it finished on high. They were obviously.
We'll have to say, won't we?
By the way, what's your score for the jelly?
The jelly bean,
Yeah.
the margarita was 11 out of 10, and the marshmallow was 9 out of 10.
So, what's your total out of 10? Would you
That's-
give it a 9 then? Out of 10?
For which one, marshmallow?
The
whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah.
Oh, I think like 10 out of 10 for the whole
Oh,
thing.
wow.
That evens it out. 11, 9, go for 10 in the middle.
What do you think of the packaging of the
Cute, I love it. I love the little menu as well. This is really bougie packaging, actually. This is like a really nice gift.
There you go, Chris from Bournemouth. You see, you've scored a hit there
You
with
have.
that one.
Very bougie.
Richard, what's
I was on 9.5 for the orange one, and I think I was on 9.5 also for the blueberry one that I had after that.
okay? So
So 9.5 it worked out. Yeah, it's only because it got stuck in my tooth. I wasn't giving it.
A lot of maths in this one.
It's
I would-
educational.
It is educational. I could do with it.
Well,
I would give them both a 9 because they were
Yeah.
absolutely mouthwatering. You know when something sparkles
Yeah.
and you just feel that sense just hits you.
It's like me, if I was a jelly bean.
There you go. Let's make a package for you then.
I love that. Imagine that.
oh,
All those zesty flavours.
Right, Sam. You're not leaving this place.
No, I'm
We're in
saying.
lockdown.
Yeah, here we go.
Now, look, here's a little bit of breaking news for you. 2 people have replied independently to said, I saw Elsa on TikTok recently to say they have not broken up.
Okay.
So there you go. Well,
There we go,
I hope they're doing well. I really do.
Yeah.
But apparently, Farmer Cam is here. Cameron, are you there? Why don't you send us a request to join or something if you want to, Cameron? If
Special
you're still
guest, Cameron.
there. Yes.
Sneaky Pete.
Anyway, Melanie is here, and Affecta and Becky B. Oh, hello, Becky B. Nice
Some
to
fun
see you.
names in this chat.
There are.
Ooh.
Oh, and Lolly says, "Smashby, miss you, Queen."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so we're doing all right, aren't we? Really.
Very positive comment section for me. This is good.
I was asked recently, how did you cope with all the cooking? And the truth is, I didn't. Cook
I didn't cope. I didn't do it.
Did you cook anything in there?
I made pancakes one day.
Right.
I don't remember who with. I think there was like a breakfast moment that was happening. I made pancakes. And then I helped Nancy once with a fish moment. It was like a salmon dinner thing.
Right.
So I helped out a lot. I helped Michelle a couple of times, helped Nancy a couple of times. I was learning as opposed to chefing it up, you know.
Are you actually a cook?
No. I think I can when I put my mind to it. Well, but I think I could do a lot of things.
I'm sure
there is. I don't do it a lot because it's just like me. So I feel like, what's the point in cooking for me? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just like make like frozen stuff. So, but I can make mac and cheese from scratch, and I can still do it. I did it the other day, so I can do that. My skill set is limited, but I'm open to trying. Maybe MasterChef won't be on the card soon. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't
Maybe Bake Off though. I could probably bake quite good.
Oh, you can bake.
I think so. I don't know. I like could go 7, so I don't know. Maybe I still can. I'll try it out.
Well, I got through the entire 7 weeks without cooking a single thing.
That is an impression.
I mean, I poured my own cereal out in the morning.
Well,
and
there you
I made
go.
tea.
Yeah, but I made iced coffee for everybody. Do you remember that? Me and Nancy had our big
There
business.
was. Well, and do you remember also when you came back into the house with Emily and Farida?
Yeah.
And Farida particularly was saying, "Oh, everyone needs to help with the cooking," and da da da.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, actually, it's kind of found a natural rhythm already. Tate, Faishola, and Zila were doing a lot of the cooking, and not under any sort of duress. They were very happy to do it, and they were good at it. And I said to Big Brother in the diary room, I said, you know, they're happy to do it, and it's very delicious. They're good at it, and I'm more than happy to do the washing up, put the stuff away, dry up. So
I think because we got so comfortable and found a rhythm that worked, I think they wanted to see us change it up and get different people to do it, to see if it caused any ruckuses, you know.
Well,
I think that was the intention.
Because a show like that, it sort of does depend on arguments and headbutting.
I know.
Yeah.
And I thought we were quite chilled out, but apparently not.
Yeah,
I know. I like watching it back because I think the scene was really funny. Like all my bits that are quite controversial, they're really funny.
It is good fun.
So I don't mind it. It's late and live that I find hell to watch. I can't watch that one.
Well, yeah. When I was watching this, I started off by watching episode 1, late and live 1, and doing like that.
I tried
but
that.
After a while, I kind of got a bit fed up with the late and lives, and I just went to the episodes.
Yeah.
And then, like a fool, I went back and watched the late and lives all in a row.
Oh.
And they're talking about stuff, and I couldn't remember what it referred to. But that's how I did it anyway.
I liked it until I saw certain people had a lot to say about me, and I was like, okay, whatever. So that's when I turned off.
Well, Becky B says, Sam, you were so entertaining on that.
Thank you, Becky.
There you go.
I agree. I thought it was hilarious. And it's like
now, this question's come several times, so I better ask it. And I don't understand it, though. So I hope you can understand this. It says, does Sam have any thoughts on Lily seeing Shane's face in her toastie? What does that mean?
So, Lily's father, Sam Jenner group.
Right, yeah, please explain.
Yeah. Shane is Jenny's bestie. I don't know the toasty law, but I know they edit Shane with a massive forehead at the moment on TikTok, which I love. So that's really funny. I don't know about the toasty law. Why is he in a toasty?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I need to see this meme, Lily. I need to catch up.
Right, okay. Oh, well, there we are. And Dan D says, are we going for Christmas #1 again?
Maybe, second time. We'll try it. I got #2 with Code, so maybe I could try get #1 this year if I re-release it. Like an acoustic version, maybe, I don't know, or remix. I could do that.
But you know who's always #1 at Christmas?
Mariah Carey.
Always.
But you know, we're not that far apart, me and her, so I think I could get it. I could try. No, but it doesn't matter. I'll lip sync it.
Sam, what's your voice level?
Level?
Yeah, in terms of tune, sound, tone, tenor, soprano.
You know, I actually don't know what it'd be classed as. I've got a really unique voice. I don't know.
Yeah, you're, I would say a high tenor, probably.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't think mine's very high.
Well, we are certainly not down with the bass.
No, I'm not.
Down there.
I think it's because it's so twangy that it sounds higher. My voice is very nasal, and I've been trying to work on getting that out a little bit.
But you're right. But in your upbeat songs, the one that you were singing in the house, it's the right tone for that. It fits very well.
It does fit it.
And then when you sang the more kind of gentle, reflective type stuff, it took on a different.
I've got a different tone. I feel like when I sing some ballady, it just comes from a different place,
That's
and I connect with it differently. When I'm doing something poppy, it's more like the performance of the song feels different, you know.
Yeah, of course it does.
So I don't know. I don't know what I'd class my voice as.
You can always give us a bash now. We can always rate
We'll see. Yeah. Let's have a little impromptu moment. No.
No stress.
Okay. I love it.
Oh, and you got a hello from Lolly who says, it's Laura from Zumba, not been for a while.
Oh, I miss the Zumba days.
So there you go.
Actually going back to it. That's all.
I don't know, I do miss it, honestly. I've done it for a long time. Even before the house, it wasn't my actual job, which was really weird they put it in as my job. Because my job was like,
your job?
no, I'm I made like no money as a Zumba instructor. Like it was more just for like the fitness I did it for as like a side hustle. But my job was like performing everywhere because that's what I made some money from. But and yeah, Zumba was so weird they put that in there. But they did the same with Nancy because she was modeling as a job, but did uni, so they wanted more like a everyday approach to it, like uni, Zumba. It's more approachable than like performing and doing modeling and stuff, you know. So I don't know. I'd love to do it again. I do miss it.
Well, you're quite right because Equalizer says I think Sam could smash Eurovision.
That's the plan.
You know, I was thinking that earlier actually.
That is the plan.
Yeah. I think you would be great at that.
That is my biggest dream. Like Big Brother was up there. Eurovision's even higher.
Perfect for that.
Thank you. So I'm doing the London Eurovision Ball in April. So I'm co-hosting and performing at that in Scala in London. So that feels like things like that are coming up, which I would never had before the house. So I feel like it has helped me a little bit in my like path to Eurovision. So I'm quite excited. So.
And I've got to tell you, Henry is here. Henry Southern from.
I love Henry.
And he says, "Happy Thursday, Richard and Sam." Well, Henry, thanks for joining
Henry,
us.
I love you. I met him at the Radio Awards last week.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. Oh, and this is one for you as well. See,
Okay.
no one's asking me any questions.
What's going on? It's a Richard's podcast, guys.
The question disappeared up the screen.
Oh,
Here it
no.
is from Becky B, who says, "Sam, did you enjoy it when you went to the fake house for your fake eviction?" That's when you were in the
The
secret
secret room. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I was kind of buzzing because I was like, it's my second chance. I'm going to go back in there. Like, and I thought, because like you don't know what's been shown in the show, but I knew that would be shown. So I was like, okay, I've got something happening in the show to be a part of it. So I felt like I'd earned my stripes a bit then. I was quite happy. So I was excited to get back in there and cause some chaos.
Right, now then, listen, folks, we've been going for just about an hour, so we really ought to start thinking about drawing to a close. Or I feel like we could keep on.
I know, this
chatting
is
all
so
day.
fun. We'll just keep talking afterwards.
But thank you so much for giving the time.
Thanks
It's
for having me,
fantastic.
Richard. I've loved
It's
it.
wonderful to reminisce about all
I
the.
know, it's
interesting
nice.
because it brings back things to my mind that I'd forgotten.
I know.
When you talk to different people,
They remember different
it jogs
things.
your memory. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking part in the taste test.
Of
Thanks to Chris
course.
from Bournemouth for providing the taste test for
Thanks,
this week.
Chris.
Please do subscribe to the podcast if you haven't done already.
Yes.
It's called A Jolly Good Natter over coffee and biscuits. Thanks to Ken and the Mozart London Bar, where all of your beverage requests are catered for in great measure. Great to have you. Thanks to all the loyal TikTok followers who keep coming to these lives for all your questions. Couldn't do the show without you. Thanks to Mark for co-presenting. Thanks again to Sam for coming. Wish you all the best with your ongoing singing career.
Thank you so much.
And when you're in the area, let's do another one of these.
100%, let's do it. I love
Brilliant.
this.
Okay then, folks, thanks ever so much. We're signing off now, but see you again soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Yay.
Oh, and just before we go,
You're such in a haste. Slow down.
I was just in the closing thing. But you're right. He's right. He's right. We've missed our closing line. Go on then, say it.
Be nice to each other.
Be nice to each other. And our final line is always, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah.
There you go now.
That's nice.
All right. See you later, folks. Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
That was fun.
There we are. And I just have to now.